Okay, I'm back. Music is stuttering? Okay, so I did a bit of work behind the scenes. One big thing that happened while I now have new graphics for the game. This is pretty much how it looks now. Obviously this is not all in the game, but this is the actual assets. They've all been assembled correctly to make those levels. And another big thing I'll show later, but I have a working multiplayer mode. Just waiting until the internet loads on the second computer. So yeah, this is gonna look pretty good. Hey, hello Exile 17. Yeah, the thing is like moving along. Like this is starting to look pretty good. Yeah, I mean I hired someone to draw the graphics, but like all the coding is all done by me. I'm guessing you didn't hear the new music too? Okay, I'll try to find it. Okay, so this is actual music for the game. Not necessarily 100% done, but it's getting there. Oh wow, yeah, that was a long time ago. The last time I did that was like in February, I think. Or maybe January. Yeah, so now this is coming along like a lot. I forgot what I was looking for. So yeah, this is the music, and then this is the way the game will look. It might even look much better later, because this is still like rough. It's built from a lot of different assets. Yeah, exactly. My computer is like super slow. Okay, I didn't realize it was open in the background. So yeah, this is like a bunch of art assets, and I can use that to build the game. Really cool. So like on top of that, is my game running? It's so slow. Oh yeah, Domain. I'm looking over these on stream. Oh, this is taking forever. I'm trying to build my code to run it. I'm gonna die before it happens. I just want to show like the multiplayer mode. I'm gonna have to go through all my assets and clean up, because like there's so many assets that are not used, that are like wasting my time. It's almost been 4 minutes that I'm waiting. Yeah, anyway, so the game is built from a lot of different assets. This is a new one. I don't think anyone heard it yet. How many assets do I have? Okay, finally. I wonder what happened. Why is my build, like building my game is so slow? It used to be fast. Okay. So now we're connecting, like right now it's automatic, to the online multiplayer. Oh, right there. So I'm running the game on my other computer. Yeah. No, it's not the art. It's like everything else. Look at that. I mean, it's obviously the art. No, it takes like no time, but there's just so many things that I'm loading. If we look like through the content, this is my content. So right now I'm like building all of those. So like it's looping through all of those and making them binary. So like there's like different music, graphics. Those are like the only thing that you have made. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 things that I'm loading right now. Everything else is all other stuff that I made. Like, and there's like so many things that I just need to clean up. Like inside of those there's some of and there's just a lot of stuff. I mean, it shouldn't be long anyway, there's not that much stuff, but for some reason my computer is like slow. Anyway, so this is multiplayer mode. So I'm able to play on my other computer. And then oops. And actions are getting sent. So right now it's not really co-op, it's just like everyone's on his own. Ah shit. Wait. I didn't realize the music was playing. Hey Data, salut. So yeah, the game works in multiplayer now. Okay. And then if the player quits, it takes like about, I think, 10 seconds before the desync happens. Poop, there you go. So yeah, everything's moving along pretty well. Yeah. I'm guessing you didn't see this. This is how it looks now. This is how it will look soon. So you can see like flying particles all around, assets, foreground elements, background stuff. I'm gonna have to find a way to speed up my build process. Yeah, you can see like the backgrounds. Okay. So, oh yeah, there's something that I started doing behind the scenes too. Because I haven't been streaming for pretty much 3 weeks, I think. So there's a lot of little things that changed. So now I have an editor mode that I've been working on. It's not finished, but it will allow me like to place the different islands. Then on the side I can see all the levels that are currently in the game. I'm gonna be able to switch. I guess I should show. Yeah, I mean it looks cool, but it's gonna look much better later. I need a new computer. I built this one in 2014, I think. Or I need to reinstall Windows. Okay, there you go. So I'm able to like switch to which level I want to go to. I'm able to like, eventually I'm gonna have here a list of all the assets. Yeah. I didn't realize that I kept the old tiles for the level editor. Like this one here, it's fine. Let's create a new. So I'm able to work pretty fast. Eventually those are gonna get masked. Did I really close that already? I'm all over the place, but it's so annoying that like the work is like the computer is so slow. So like as you can see, like it's not gonna blend in like a straight line, but it's gonna be better eventually. A bit more like this, and even this is not like that good because I did it like really quickly, but eventually it's gonna look better. Like this here, it's kind of weird. There's nothing that breaks my ears more than that. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna look better than that, but already this is better than that. Yeah. Cur. I'm not sure what that means. Like for those things, it should be more on the path or less. Yeah. Yeah, even this is already better than this. I mean, that's not bad, but it's not that. Okay, yeah, I see. So eventually I'm able to just like place those where I want. Oh, by the way, right now the mapping is not like that good like in my editor. So that's why like it sort of shifts all the tiles down. Yeah, exactly. This level is meant to like have a clear path everywhere, but like let's say I start to make like this here doesn't have like a clear path everywhere because there's no like islands that are one tile. This one would most likely. Okay, well these ones are like 2x2, so they pretty much fill the space pretty well. This one would be one of the examples where there's a lot more room for where there's no tiles. This one too, I think. This one doesn't fill the space perfectly. Yeah. Oh yeah, the big green ones. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah. And like right now I'm mostly like building my levels that in a way where like it's like square level, square level, square level, square level. Eventually it's not gonna be like that. It's probably gonna be more like maybe like more like various different things, maybe like this, and then level. Yeah, that's true. a sec. There you go. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this is already much better. Like this right here. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to do, I mean. Wow. Yeah. It breaks them up so well. This is really sick, the way this here. I guess my brain is still working in a grid when I'm making this. Yeah. Yeah, all my levels right now, they're designed around, I guess they would still maybe be square, but, oh shit, I forgot that, right now the green is misleading, because green used to be tile 1, but tile 1 now is black. Tile 2 is still this gray, so it's not too bad, but like the dark one is now the grass. Yeah, so like all my levels right now, they're designed around like perfect squares, but eventually the level design, I'm gonna make them more like this, so they're gonna be more awesome. Like there's nothing wrong with this, but I don't need to limit myself to the grid anymore. Like I can make it more organic in the level design. I was thinking about something just now. Alright, I opened that. Okay. The problem right now that I have... Yeah, exactly. It's just... Oops, not that one. Is the way the levels are dressed, the way everything is put on top, that makes it like look good. And the way that I put it on top, it I'm not like hiding the squares the same way. I was comparing earlier like the work between this, which is like the current way that I'm making the levels, I guess, and this. And it's crazy how much improvements there are between like this, which is almost what I have in the game, and then this. Improvement is like so easy to see. And then when I go from this to more like this, the improvement is gonna be like even bigger. Like obviously like in terms of like quality, there's more quality here, but like the way that everything flows in this is like much better. So when I start to like go from here to this to a bit more like this, Yeah. I don't really mind how much work it is. Oops. Oh. Like the way those tiles are placed, this was kind of bad. Then this is already a bit better. But then like the next step is gonna be even like better. And this is cool because the way the tiles blend, this is all gonna be done automatically by the engine. I already have the code to do that. I'm gonna have to figure out though how to make one tile blend into the next when it goes over its own boundaries. You mean like the blending? I wonder if I have an example. But yeah, you're right, maybe it will conform. So maybe I'll have to change the way I'm doing it. Gameplay? Sure. But I think the blending won't be too much of a problem. Because like the tiles are gonna blend like to show where you can walk, but then on top of that then there's the ornaments, all the different assets. Okay, so this is the type of gameplay. You're presented with a level with some sort of explosions, and your goal is to figure out how to cross, and then when you cross you enter the next level. So this one is fast, oops. And you have like some safe spots. So it's a bit like a maze type of game, but it's not right away obvious how you can cross it. For this one I needed to like stop, I can't just run straight. And then this one is even more obvious. There's a pattern going on. Ah, shit. There you go. So you need to go back and forth in some cases. Obviously I know all of them by heart. Ah, shit. I'm just gonna cheat. So this is the main gameplay. A new haircut? No, I just have longer hair. Tomorrow I'll have a new haircut most likely. So obviously, like, since I created those levels, I know exactly how to cross it. But like a big part of the game is like the puzzles. Obviously, like, those levels are a bit too hard for a start, but it's gonna start like easier and then train you to start seeing the patterns. And it's not as hard as it feels, it seems. Yeah, the explosions are gonna be different. Ah. I'm trying to cheat. There's like a secret pass. But you need like the perfect timing on it. Yeah. Because the real path would be this. Oops. Delayed reaction. There you go. This one might be something that more people can figure out. I don't like checkpoints that much. I like that you can beat a level and then the checkpoint is right there. So everything that I beat, right away there's a checkpoint. Because the game is like already pretty frustrating if you're like playing something that's harder than what you're able to solve. So being able to just beat the level and then you're already safe, it's kind of already nice. Oh, I'm gonna die on purpose. Usually like you start this on the first time and you think you're fast enough because it's easy to see like the safe spots right in the center right there. And then you think, okay, I'm gonna get the timing. And oh, dead. This one is like smart. You need to go back all the way to be able to solve it. So I like that this is like oops. I like that this is like you solve this level, poop, checkpoint. Solve this level, poop, you're already like safe. Because the game already has like pretty good replay value. Once you've solved like the whole map, okay, it's not gonna load like that, but and then now at this point you're already better. So solving them, like maybe the first time you solve the game it takes like maybe 20 minutes per level. You're like stuck on this, like let's say it's already too hard for you, like maybe you're gonna be stuck here a while, like you're trying to like get the timings right. But like the second time you beat it, maybe you're gonna be like, oh, actually I see that this isn't that fast. And then you can not even use the safe spots. So like as you beat the game, you sort of become better. So going back to the earlier levels, it's gonna feel like better already. So instead of making you do the same levels over and over even after you beat them, I prefer to just have a safe spot right away. Ah, shit. Like even that one has a secret. Ah, oops. I'm not used to solving it that way.
I am a robot.
Oh. There you go. So this is like just one back and forth. while the real way would be two. Hey, thanks for the follow. I kind of missed that. Oh, Crappyton. Yeah, Crappyton, thanks for the follow. Okay, so I've been meaning to like create a UI system. Oh, did I not show it? I did show it, right? So, and also I cleaned up a bit my code. I'm starting to create like different namespaces. So like the UI system now has like GUI. And in the GUI I have stuff like I have stuff like buttons, layouts. So this is what you can see here. There's barely enough. Okay, whatever. So I have like a timeline, stuff like buttons that don't do anything for now. I have like these. And if there were more levels, I would be able to scroll over them. And it's a pretty nice little system that I managed to code. Essentially, there's like something that it's called a component. So a component has like a parent. So like what am I inside, but it's a panel. So a component can be put into a panel. It can have a position and then margins along with like the width and the height. Yeah. So the component, there's like, so it has all of these, and then there's stuff like get left, get like all the useful functions. I have a panel. A panel is something that has a list of all the childs that are placed into it. It can have like an offset and a size. And then also a layout manager. So either there's no layout, or I create the panel with a layout. And then I can create some interesting stuff like, oh no, this one is like not used yet. I can have stuff like vertical scroll. What is that? That's a panel, but then in my update I'm able to scroll over it, so I'm changing pretty much my offset. And then there's also the bigger thing, manager. So a layout by default, this thing does nothing. It takes a panel, and then I have a function called recompute children. And this pretty much gets called every time in the update loop. And then let's say I want a vertical layout. Then it's pretty simple. It's just like give me the child, recompute children, and then it places them to the right. So it loops through all the childs and then sets their width. So some panels, they can, if they want, honor the size that the children wants, but they don't need to. Anyway, so it's a very, very simple GUI system. And then when I create like some panels, for example, let's say I create this this top panel. Actually, no, let's use the right panel. So I'm not sure if I'm going too fast or anything, but So these are all components that are from the UI system that I have. What do you see here on the side? Oh, I forgot. I can just make my window smaller. And then I can show that I can scroll over it. Oops. So that's pretty cool. So I can click on the level, switch to it. Yeah. I mean, this is really fast. I wonder why I lose frames. Or maybe I don't lose too much. Anyway, so I have now this. This thing that you see on this side, this big vertical thing, is what I call in my code like the right panel. So the right panel asks it to be 200 width. And yeah, so this is 200 pixels. And when I create it, I give you, okay. I create this thing called a container, which I call it a screen panel. The screen panel, all it does is it sets its position to 0. And when I call get width and get height, I give you the width of the window and the height of the window. This is what makes the whole thing responsive. So as you can see, like for example, the timeline at the top, if I make it smaller, the timeline is smaller. So the time it takes to get to 4000 is faster, I guess. So it's really responsive. It fills the space that it's allowed to fill. Like all those panels, they are yeah, anyway. Because what they're filling is the screen panel, and the screen panel will always be the size of the window. Anyway, so the screen panel is something, it's a panel, but I give you no layout manager. Yeah, I give you nothing that modifies whatever I put into it. Hey, Yoshi Firebird. In 2015, yeah. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm streaming often, so you're probably gonna be able to catch me. And usually I stream earlier. Today I started pretty late. Anyway, so I create like this screen panel with no layout manager. So that means that the children that I put into it, they are in charge of determining like their size and how they are placed on the screen. Anyway, so it's I'm able to have a layout manager that puts stuff based on an algorithm. For example, like if I want to put stuff vertically, I can just like place one child, compute its height, then place the next one on like right below, compute the height, and then place the next one below. But if I don't have any layout manager, I can let the components place themselves. So like in here, for example, I create a left panel. I tell you that the parent is your screen panel, whatever. And then the left panel is gonna have a layout vertical. And then inside of that, I put like 3 buttons. Position 2020. So I give you a position 2020, but this doesn't get honored because the vertical panel doesn't care about where you want to be. Anyway, so I create buttons, I add it to the left panel, And then when it's time to draw, the layout vertical places them on top of one another. So yeah, like in the buttons, I'm able to declare how big a button here is, width and height. But the layout manager here, it doesn't care about the width that you want, it only cares about how high you want to be. Anyway, so it places all the buttons one on top of the other, and it's pretty nice. Then I do the same thing for like the right panel. I add like something that I call a level preview. The level preview pretty much shows the levels on the side. And once again, like the right panel has a layout vertical. So these things on this side, those are just level previews. And then I give you the level L. So I'm looping through all my levels, and then I give you level L. Yeah, it works. Sorry. Works on 4K monitors. Like right now I have a 180p, so you can't really see it that well, but if I show you like my assets, I guess I didn't show this on stream yet. Did my music really stop? So yeah, these assets are massive. So this is like the 4K. So on my monitor it would be half the size. So whoops. So this would look like this in game. This would be at 1:1 size. In practice, a lot of levels are going to be like zoomed out when they're like bigger than what your screen can show. Yeah, that's true. I can add an option, double the font at least. Okay. So with those, oops, let's close that. With those, I'm able to like put them right under the tiles, and this is what you see, like all those things. This is what goes under. And then on top of that, I put these. There you go. So like all these assets, like they're gonna look really good on top of okay, well right now it would get small, but in practice I'm gonna make it bigger. Yeah, exactly. I'll change it. Right now the font size and everything is hard-coded, but it's pretty trivial to make the UI be bigger. So all these like little zeros like are probably really small on your screen. Like all this can easily be made double. So I can make 180p font, and I can make one that is gonna be 4K. Because at the end of the day, my fonts, this is all a font is. That's a font file. So I can just like create a font that's like double the size with all the characters that I need, and then that's gonna be my font. So it's gonna work on bigger monitors. What was I thinking about? Yeah, so those are like the different assets in the game. So yeah, the real scaling, the size of those are like really big. So those are made to look good on 4K monitors. But like on this monitor, it looks really big, really big. Like all the, whoops, that's very dark. All the like big foreground elements, stuff that you see like right on the screen, like really big, really near. I mean, like I have a bunch of those. I really like these little details. I have like very nice ground tiles. Zoom in closer. In here. Oops. Like this. Right now I set it so that I don't zoom closer than 1:1, but I can zoom out however I want. Yeah, because around all these, there's gonna be like the extra island room. So like this would be pretty much what you see on a screen in a real game level. So it's like not too close, but there's enough room to like see stuff around the background. Or like a level like this. Maybe this one would get zoomed in a bit more. Maybe the screen would be a bit like this here. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, sorry, I got lost in my train of thought. So other screen, and I'll miss things sometimes. Yeah. Okay. What is that? Okay. So right now, like, a level is like this. You have a start and end. Yeah. They're insane to me too, because that's a lot of nodes. Yeah, there's like so much stuff in there. Like when I sent you like this little thing here, that's a note somewhere in my notes. I really like to be able to take notes like this, because sometimes you work on a project and then you get demotivated. Like you try to work for like 2 months on the same thing. Yeah. You try to work on like one thing for like 2 months maybe, and then you start to think about other projects, and then you forget how much time you actually spent on your like the current project that you're working on. Because there's nothing like, there's no real log usually. Like what people, like you work on your code, you spend like maybe 5 hours per day or 5 hours per week, but like over a couple weeks, that's a lot of time. But all that time is like invisible. So if you keep like notes like this, you can sort of remember that you actually spent some time on this project. You can like, sorry. So like, since those are my notes, I know what everything means in here. Like everything in this has like a place in my brain, but it doesn't mean I'm able to access it. So having the notes sort of reminds me that, okay, maybe I shouldn't give up on this project. Like there's a lot of like thinking. So like just that alone keeps me motivated on the project. Yeah, it's really good. It's super fast. Like infinite canvas. I can scroll in any direction everywhere that I would ever want to be. If you want it, I'll give you the link. And like before that, I was using my paint. Oh, I hate stuttering. Yeah, and the pathfinding part is like in here somewhere. $39 megabytes. That's gonna take a while to open. Oh man, my computer is like working. At least I'm not crashing, so that's something. Music, please. Wow. How hard is my computer working just to open that file? Oh. I really miss like my paint's ability to have brushes. So like all those are like my older nodes on the same project. I really like the ability to draw straight lines. Oh, music please. So there aren't that many notes, but already it's super slow. Oh, I miss like having straight lines. Did my stream crash? Oh, I dropped 12 frames. Oh, please don't crash. Yeah, all this like pathfinding stuff is like awesome. Right here. All like the computations and like is it stuttering? 25 FPS? Is that normal? Yeah, so my processor is like having like hard time. Oh yeah, all this right here. A, B, A, B. Wow. Yeah, those are like the cool notes, I mean. Field of vision stuff. Wow. Then yeah, this was like nicer notes overall, but the program is like so slow. Yeah, I guess I don't know why either. "21 FPS, that's what, okay, let's just see what's running that's like slowing my computer down so much. "1825 FPS. I pretty much just need a better processor. What is that? Yeah, my paint, obviously, but I mean, it's already better since I turned it off. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I wonder what my settings are in OBS. Video. So it's supposed to be 30 FPS. I'm actually below that. And I don't think I can do much about it. I have never seen that before, like music that's stuttering. Like on the, it's an actual, the music is playing on my actual computer, like with VLC, and somehow VLC is stuttering. Like my processor's at like 99%. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna boost the music a bit on the processor. Give it more like priority or something. Maybe, I hope it doesn't crash me or anything. Okay. Okay, priority, I'm gonna set it above normal. Maybe this is gonna help. Okay, so the reason I'm like delaying... No, it did not help. Oh. Maybe I should drop the quality on the stream, maybe? No. The problem is not like the bit rates or anything, it's... It's mostly a matter of getting a better processor. Because I'm running like on an i5. Anyway, so I've been thinking a bit about the map editor. Yeah, good night. Oh, if you want to stick like one more minute. Okay, so one thing I want to do with the map editor is to have it be multiplayer. So in other words, two people could connect together and edit the same map at the same time and see each other's changes. So like collaborative map editing. And I started to think a bit about that, and I don't think it's gonna be too hard. I mean, I see a couple complications, but for the most part, it's not too complicated. If I design my map editor with that idea from the start. Also, right now, there's no undo and redo. I have to think about that, and I've been thinking about like the right way of doing it, and I think I have something. So I'm gonna start implementing that most likely this week, along with like new map editor stuff. And I also need to make like a menu, menu like where you can put like full screen and like all the options. So this is all gonna be built with my current UI system. So with my panels and layout, vertical, and like everything. Yeah, so those are like the big things. So I want the game to be like possible to work in multiplayer and like designed around that. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, Tuk Tuk. I'm lucky this is a programming stream, because if I was playing a video game, this stream would look like shit. Okay, let's just rewrite that. This is like some coding way that I don't use often, and I pretty much should. Ah, shit. I might just move that into the update function. No idea if this code works. Oh, okay. Didn't realize I did that. I'm surprised it didn't crash. Wait, no, actually I'm surprised it didn't do something. Sorry about that, give me a sec. If you notice, there's now a red line when I change to the different levels. So it shows which level I'm on now. Okay, so it sort of looks bad though. Not really sure how I can make it look better. Maybe by making this bigger. I'm not sure how to call that. Just outline. Okay, so if it's the current level, let's make it 4 or 2. Maybe this will look better. Maybe on the selected level, I just don't draw the outline. Something like that. I'm not convinced, but maybe that's not bad. Or maybe I do the opposite. Everything else has no outlines except the current level. Okay, that doesn't look bad. So I'm looking at the thing on the side. I think I like that. Wow. It's kind of fun to play with. It makes it feel like really good, the white outline there. And the fact that the black becomes like lighter a bit on mouse over, it's really cool. Looks pretty good. When the borders are all like fixed, then this is gonna look pretty nice. Wait, what happened? Oh, right. Okay, this level is not in my list because it doesn't get updated. What happened? This? This? I forgot which one I had. Okay, this. If you're talking about like doing like these sort of things, I think I already know. It's just that so far I've just been maximizing the tiles. And then this is gonna look good with the borders like made better. It's just like so far I just like fill the shapes just because I like it, I guess. I'm not sure why, but I wish I had a button to hide the interface. So you want me to send you? I can screenshot that if you want. I can, oops, fill this in. I'll just put like that over there. I just realized though that, okay, perfect. I mean, I could have made them look better, I guess, but I mean, I could have like made, but I guess at the end of the day, like, oh shit, I can't even talk. I guess this is like really low resolution compared to what you work with. Dogs are so annoying. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, this is already looking pretty good. I'm literally losing my ideas. What did I modify? I forget where I put my interface stuff. Okay. It might seem like I'm all over the place, but I feel like just doing it now. I'm gonna create a menu. Like I'm working on like 10 things at the same time. I'm making I made like the GUI system, multiplayer mode, map editor, and now I'm like jumping to like I guess I should just update my to-do list instead of keeping all that in my head. Okay, this is coming later. Fix pathfinding. Wow, there's like so much stuff. Oh. Oh, I did that. Work on the music. This is like ongoing. Music planning. Let's just delete that. Or not, whatever. By the way, I didn't say that on stream because I think I did that behind the scene. but I reworked the whole input system. The way the game listens for key binds. So now I have like a bunch of stuff. And it's much better than before. Okay, well this is obviously not used. Maybe it's time to delete that. So I now have something that I call a keyboard action. Checks various keyboard conditions for a specific key. So essentially I'm able to create a keyboard action and I give you a key. And then from that I can give you the new keyboard state, old keyboard state. Maybe I'm gonna eventually make this an object. And then with like this I'm able to like check stuff like pressed, holding, if I'm holding the key. If I'm holding only, so holding, the condition is that I'm holding it right now. But like holding only, the condition is that I'm holding it now and I was holding it before. So in other words, this one will trigger on the cycle where I press the key, and this one will trigger not on the cycle that I press the key. And then I also have release, so essentially like if I have it up now but before it was down. Anyway, so this is a keyboard action. I can check some actions based on a key. Like a lot of games, or like yeah, a lot of games, what they do is they have an event system. So they register, hello. Hey, you're kind of, yeah, I'm not gonna say that, but you're reminding me of a joke. Anyway, a lot of games, what they do is they have an event system. They register like different actions to an input listener. And then the input listener, like you call it like during your update loop sometimes, and then they are in charge of like dispatching the action so that they go to the right place. But I kind of really dislike this sort of way of working, like with events and event listeners. I really dislike that. I prefer to pull each key when I need it, instead of like instead of always checking for stuff. I feel like it makes everything like much simpler to just like check stuff. Like for example, let's say I'm in my game. So like in my update, instead of having a listener, I check, am I trying to restart the level? Okay, if I am, then do your thing. Am I trying to like move the player? So like instead of having one listener that calls everything else, then I just pull the things when I need it. And like let's say that I'm no longer in the gameplay, like I switch to the level editor. Well, now those keys are no longer getting pulled. So like without changing anything, when I'm in the level editor, like now it's the level the level editor that's like doing its thing. Like am I trying to add rows? Am I trying to like create an obstacle, delete an obstacle? So this makes that I don't need to have a sort of input listener. I can just in the loop look for the keys. Because at the end of the day, like the input listener does pretty much the same thing. It loops and it tries to find what I'm doing. And then it tries to find if there's an action registered for everything. So essentially I'm doing away with like a big complicated system by having something simpler. And it like usually I would have like this would be a function, and then I would register this function to my input. And then same thing here, like all of those things, it would be like its own functions. But like by doing this my way, I don't change to a different scope. So it makes stuff easier to work with. Anyway, how am I doing today? Pretty good. Yeah, there's like so much stuff. Like I have like a new input system, I have a new GUI system, so a pretty strong, I feel like, framework for how to draw stuff on the screen and how to like make sure that everything is good. I'll try to show you right now. Okay, so as you can see, like this is the new map editor. It's not done, but now I have like a timeline. And while it looks really similar to my old timeline, like this thing here, it's now coded as an actual component in the GUI system. Yeah, I have like different stuff. Like this here is a big vertical panel, and inside the panel I'm able to put levels, like all my level list. Right here I have my buttons. So I now have the concept of like panels, components, and GUI manager, layout manager I mean. So my panels are able to have a layout manager, and then it's going to put my, like everything I put inside of the panel is gonna put them correctly. Anyway, so I have a pretty nice GUI system. And I also took the time to code an actual multiplayer mode. I have another computer. I'm gonna start the game. So yeah, the game gets started. And for now it auto logins, I think. Yeah. Really good tiles. Did I not get a connection? I must be glitched. Let's restart. Oh, it wasn't updated. Okay, whatever. Hey, that's fine. What's going on? I must have done something. Multiplayer is supposed to be perfectly functional. Oh, there it is. Okay. I have no idea why it didn't work before. So now I'm able to like move on my other computer and in real time see what's going on. I don't even think I sent you a key, so it's not like you could test it anyway. And if I send the other one, so that's pretty sick. I don't think you could. I mean, if you're really good, but I don't think I mean, I'm sure you're good, but that good? is that a challenge? Oh, I missed a message. Ah. Well, the problem is that you'll have to be able to hack into Steam in order to do that. Yeah, that's the only way. Yeah, you're right. That's good. This is so sick. I think the grid is badly placed, but I see like the point is like so good. Wait, I need to look at this correctly. How? The brushes like in Photoshop are so much better than in GIMP. Or maybe I have it configured badly. Because when I use the brush, it gives me like like I use the same brush as this, but I get this result instead. That's like poopy. This looks good. So good. But like this is like not as good. It's crazy how much like having the island's shape, this is gonna influence. Hello, Midnight TG GS. Welcome to this room. Like this is gonna influence the look so much. Okay, I'm creating a new mode right now. Menu. Essentially, with this new organization stuff, this will allow me to separate the engine a bit from yeah, me too. So if you saw from the 20-minute, I'm not sure if you've seen this. I'm guessing you did. So this is the actual like in-game look, or very close to it, but obviously like it's still like not that good because I did it like so fast and like rough, but already this is looking really good. And like every step is like I didn't want to open that. Every step is like crazy, like in terms of like how like it gets better. Like this was before, this is after. Boop, boop. Oh, you saw it. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, what is that? I'm streaming on YouTube. What? I forgot that. Huh. That's really funny. Yeah. So I'm guessing then you didn't see the gameplay. I don't even know how to edit my title. Okay, I wonder what's the delay then. Oh, there's people in the chat. Shit. Hey, so hello, Schwidgler, Garmon. You see my message? No, but now I do. Summon me, please. You're the best. Evil Oscar. Hey, shit. How did I not know I was streaming on YouTube? That's really funny. I don't even know when the timing on this. Oh, I'm like an hour late? Oh shit. Okay, I popped the chat out so I can see both chat now. Wait, thanks Tuck Tuck for like reminding me. Okay. I'll show you. Sorry, I got like bombarded like. Okay, so the level editor, I'll show you this for now. So this is the current real editor. So this bar at the top, it's a timeline. So the way the game works is that there's a bunch of explosions, and then your goal is to figure out how to cross. And then when you reach the next one, at the end, you load pretty much the next level. So like this one, it's not about running straight, because if you run straight, you just get wrecked. So you pretty much need to analyze this and figure out where to be, figure out how to cross. Like that. And then the same thing with this. Like you try to figure out where are the safe spots. And when you get them, it's not too hard to cross. So the timeline at the top is just that. It's the timeline of when stuff is happening. So in the actual level editor right now it doesn't show anything, but it shows the levels, so that's kind of nice. It shows like which one I'm selecting. So the puzzles are time based, so that's why like yeah, this is just a timeline, and it shows me like the level loops every 1 second. And there's something happening on frame 0. And here I can see like something happening on frame 0, 200, 400, 6. This one too is 1 second. It's on Steam. But it's not yet like, there's no Steam page just yet. So yeah, it's called Rashtal. 44 hours that I played it. Hey, there's 12 levels, but the gameplay is there, right? So yeah, it will be on Steam. Actually, it's already on Steam, but you just don't have access to it. I need to make a Steam page. So my level editor is pretty easy. Like I create the level, insert like different yeah, I have the 0 achievements. So it's very easy to just draw stuff and then like make the levels the way I want them, and then or like even make like the ending somewhere else, like that. This is sick. I'm not actually sure what achievements I'm gonna make. Maybe like achievements like make your first level, or yeah, I could start it downwards too, like any angles. Oh, I forgot. Oh shit, I forgot. There's a new way to solve this. I didn't know it before. Oh shit, it's so easy actually. Oh. Die 1,000 times. Yeah, that actually that would be interesting. Achievements: die 10,000 times. Die 100,000 times. Like people, like just to get the achievements, people are gonna be doing this. Yet like they are gonna be doing this all day, get the achievement, 1,000. They're gonna make scripts to die 1,000 times. Those that really want the achievements. There, I'm now at like 20. Oh, fewest click, that would be interesting. Solve the game. Yeah, I mean, it's not that good though, because it's regular for these types of movement games to click like 10 times. So you don't usually like, okay, like this one, I could do it with like 1 click, 2 click, 3 clicks. Actually, there's, oops. Actually, there's another way. Ah, whoops. I think I can do it with 2 clicks. Close. Could have sworn that was possible. Oh, I went too early. Complete map without dying. That could be a good achievement. Clicking, probably not. Just because it feels better to just click everywhere. Yeah. Complete a level with half a click. Impossible achievement. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna make a bit of a delay, like maybe 20 milliseconds. So now the guy doesn't go right away when I click. Oops. Oh, oops. Misclicked there. Because I have like code where, like, let's say I put it at 800. Takes a bit of time. Like there's like an input delay of like 800, or if I want it even more drastic, like put it at 2000. This is sick. So cool. Input delay was kind of hard to code. Yeah, multiple routes. I'm thinking about that. I think I have an example right here. Okay. Like this sort of thing where a certain level plugs into different levels and then splitting at different places, so you can end up different, like somewhere else. But I'm trying to think about like if it works well in practice. Because like, let's say this is what it is, okay? So like right now the levels, the way they work is that there's a start point and then an end point. And then, okay. Like let's say you're here and then there's like another level up here. I might have actually just solved it. So like something similar to that. Obviously the camera would get different, but like, oh, let's remove all that. Okay, the problem is this. And it depends how well I can handle that. But right now, like, the level has a rhythm. Let's like remove the music a bit. Okay. The level has a rhythm. So you can listen to this and it sort of helps you with the timings. But let's say there's two levels now. Would they both be playing the sound at the same time? Or would it be based on like where you're standing? Like if you're here, then play this level. If you're down here, play this level. So based on where you're standing, and then maybe focus the camera like let's create a new level. But like, let's literally like, that's gonna be hard. The start is gonna be there, plus. And the end will be, I don't know, there. Oh, the thing just realigned everything. Right. And let's delete that. Obviously, like, I'm trying to do something that the system is not designed for yet, but I guess it doesn't matter. I can't go back because the thing is, like, I put the end condition on the same square, so it detects that I'm ending the game right then. But essentially, like, the camera focuses on the level to maximize it. And then if this is the level, the camera would zoom out to, like, maximize it. And then the camera zooms in. So I'm guessing maybe I could, like, load the level based on my positioning. So, like, if I'm going there, then the camera would zoom out and then refocus. Or, like, if I'm here. Yeah, that's possible. So, like, making multiple routes would be possible. But is it good? Because, like, it's obviously I need to load the right timing for whatever you're doing, and I don't want too many noise. So, like, I don't want this level up there playing while you're trying to solve this one. And then if you're deciding to go here, I don't want the level of this playing while this here plays. And then, so based on where I'm at, maybe the level could refocus the camera. And I kind of dislike vertical levels because it, like, there's a lot of space. Or maybe I can have a path that's not a level. In other words, you can do the level here, or you can go through this path right there. Wait, let's see. Let's say, like, there's a nice little path right there. And then from there, then I can start doing other levels. Essentially a path that takes me away from what I'm currently doing, and then I move up, and then the level, like, I go to the next level, something else, a choice. But, like, how much? Oh, I guess I can put the music back. Like, are you gonna feel like you're missing stuff? Like, let's say I choose to go and beat this instead of going up there. Do I feel like I need to backtrack? Because I don't want, like, a Metroidvania feel where you feel like you need to backtrack, otherwise you're missing stuff. Okay, yeah. How? Because obviously, like, each level, like, it has replay values, because the first time you beat something, you're not gonna be that good. But then if you play it again, and maybe play it online with other people, then you can start, like, showing off or, like, practicing your skills at the same level that you're So do I want it to be more linear? Because if it's not linear, then it requires you to backtrack unless you don't care about missing content. Because having multiple paths, it's a way to split the content in two. Like, let's say you're playing The Walking Dead. Then you have like a bunch of choices. And then based on what you choose, it sort of changes the story. So do you feel like the choice you do make you miss out on other stuff? Or do you feel that you have like you need to play the game again and then try other options? Or like, how do you feel? Is having content split make you feel like you should backtrack and try stuff again? I could disable the puzzles. So like, obviously, like a puzzle, like there's a bunch of puzzles that you can't backtrack easily. Like this one, I don't think it's possible to do it the back way. So having it disabled means that you would be able to go back. But like going back through paths that you have already solved, it kind of sucks. I played the game, what was it again? It was sort of like Diablo sort of game. What was it? Torchlight? Yeah, I played Torchlight. And in Torchlight, you beat a bunch of stuff. Let's see. It's a game a bit like Diablo. Wait, is that Torchlight? I don't remember that. So in Torchlight, you beat a bunch of stuff, and then you can like you have different paths, and then you beat monsters. But then sometimes you need to backtrack and then follow the next path, and then you find better loot. But like the backtracking, like it bored me. Like I didn't even finish the game because it bored me so much. Because I'm backtracking through areas that I've already solved, and I felt like I was wasting my time. It felt like really grindy. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it looked like, I think. I actually don't remember this interface. Was there a Torchlight I didn't play? Yeah, I guess that was the interface. So like you beat these little areas, and then you need to backtrack through the same path that you took, and then go find other other areas. But I felt like the backtracking sucked. Like even in a game like Hollow Knight, like at some point I get so annoyed by the backtracking, just cause you're going through areas that you already solved. And like in Hollow Knight, there's a bunch of like little creatures, but for the most part, you're more interested in the bosses. And then you're backtracking and you're going through the rooms where you beat bosses, but they're not there anymore. So it's like you're going through empty content. Yeah. So do I want something in my game where you can backtrack? Or maybe Like the game is already like pretty hard. Like especially like when you reach this. Like this thing, like if you solve it the right way, takes 12 seconds. Ah, missed it. Yeah. Close. Ah, no, I overstepped. Oh yeah. I'm losing it. Like other people have suggested like branching path before too, so there's a sort of demand, but do people know what they mean, like what they truly want when they suggest like different paths? Because when you want a different path, it means you want choice, but if you want choice, then do you want to backtrack? Do you feel like you're missing out? That's really the question. Like you're not like it means that your levels are not all solved. Yeah. It means that there's an area that you left unexplored. So if there's an area you left unexplored, then you want to go back, but like this process of having to go back sucks. Unless I add instant backtracking, like teleportation. So I remove the whole backtracking. Okay, let's quit that. And like draw. Music, please. Okay, I think I have, oh shit. Did I just do that? Okay. Okay. Let's design a bit of levels or like fake stuff. This is what I think might be a good trade. So in my game at least, I don't think anyone wants to backtrack. If you backtrack, you want to be playing the game. So the best way to backtrack is to restart from the start and then make your way through the levels again. So like let's say you solve a puzzle first. Okay, let's do a simple thing. And this is what I'm expecting, I think I'm going to be doing with this sort of world. So you start here and then you do your stuff, beat the levels, reach an ending, and maybe you have like... Okay, this is the linear version first. Yeah. So let's say those are the levels, and then this is the last level, and then it plugs into something that all the maps are gonna have. Something like this, where... So this would be an ending tile or something similar. Maybe it plugs into like 3 things. Something like that. And then based onto where you go, you load a different map. So this might be like map 1, and maybe you can go here and then it restarts map 1. So those are like teleportation pods. Then maybe this loads map 2 and map 3. And then maybe like there's a different flag. Maybe this would be like circle, square, and then diamond. And then you can see which one is harder. Whatever. Okay. Yeah. So that means that if you like this map, you can play it again, and then maybe this time you're better. Or if you want to play with your friends, you invite them, give them like some sort of invite link, and then like everyone restarts there, and then everyone can show off like their skills into this level, whatever. So this would be like my sort of linear approach, where each map is like self-contained, linear. And then you end and then load a choice. And then maybe it's not by difficulty. Maybe it's just like 3 random maps that are in the game. And then maybe from an easy, let's say this is a very easy level, like a circle. I'm using like the cross-country signs, like circle, square, diamond, and then 2 black diamond would be super hard. Okay, anyway, whatever. So maybe from an easy level, I only link to other easy levels. Major checkpoints. Yeah. Checkpoints. So this is what I'm getting at. Obviously, like each little thing here is a checkpoint. From the, so if I die here, I respawn at my checkpoint, or if I die here, I respawn to the current checkpoint. Yeah, it might not be a shape. Maybe it's gonna be like different flowers, and then you see this flower, you know it's easy. You see another flower, you know it's harder. Okay. Let's say like now I have branching. Oops. Let's make it like nice. This is why it would be so nice to have straight lines in this program. Okay, and then maybe there's like a branch going down here, and it allows you to load some levels down here. Then maybe there's like a path here you can go right away. Then maybe this one can like go back some like this way. Oh, and by the way the levels are loaded, like this one could load a completely like different area that's like either up above or below. Like we wouldn't see that, but I can use the same space anyway, or maybe I can like branch it there, I don't know, but okay. So maybe when I arrive at a choice, I can have like a teleportation pad, or like a checkpoint, a big checkpoint. So then I can start doing like the puzzle here, and if I arrive at a dead end, I can maybe the dead end will bring me back to a sort of like teleportation pod, whatever, which brings me back here, something like that. And then maybe I reach this point here, then I teleport back like right here within. So this would be the same map. This here would be loading different maps, like teleporting to a different map, but then here this would be part of the same map. So essentially you're going that way, you're not backtracking, you're just going back to a choice that you didn't take. Yeah, maybe the path unlock. And then you can just teleport right back to that point. That's interesting. Do I want to unlock paths? Why would you? Like the goal is that you don't feel like you're missing out on stuff if you don't want to do that stuff. If you want to do it. Maybe each of those points is a valid end of the map, and it would load like this sort of configuration where you can choose different places that you go, and maybe one of those choices is to backtrack to like a choice. So you reach the end, you can either load a next map or you're able to like backtrack instantly. Then maybe like this guy here arrives and this too like is like teleporting whatever. So it either goes back there or it goes into some other map that whatever is presented. Yeah. Because eventually I will have teleportation in the game within levels. In other words, this will be another mechanic in the game. Like I don't want the game to feel grindy. So like you have games like Ori and the Blind Forest or Hollow Knight where you can't, like you have different paths already shown to you, but you can't access them because like you can't jump high enough, or you can't climb walls yet, or you can't double jump, or whatever is the reason. There's like you see the path, but you don't have the skill unlocked. In my game, the skill is your own skill. The only reason you're stuck is because you're just not good enough. So the only reason you can't beat that is not because you didn't unlock a skill, it's because you're just bad. So if you see different paths, I don't think I want the path to be blocked, but I think the paths, one path would be maybe easier. So then you follow the path where it's just easier, and you see the other path, there's literally nothing that stops you from going there, except maybe the difficulty. So you try to solve it, you're stuck there 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, and you're just not good enough. Like I don't like the first time you reach like a level like this, you're obviously like not good enough, because this is like kind of hard. Unless you're really good at this game. Yeah, maybe that's a possibility. So essentially the game doesn't like put anything in your way. If you're like really motivated, you can already go through the hard path. And maybe for you at this point, it's already feeling easy. Like there's a lot of games where it's hard at the start, but as you get better, you can just do it like everything with your eyes closed. Like you see this, and then your brain is able to tell you the path, like where you can go. Like you see this, and you don't even need to think about it. You see the loop right away. You see that it's like 4 seconds, and then boop, boop. So you see this, and like this is like really easy, but like for some people like this is hard. So you're limited by your own skill, so it's not like unlockables or like double jumps. So I don't want to make the backtracking where there are locked paths, but it's more like the paths are locked because you're just not good enough to go through them. Or if everything is the same difficulty, then it's just up to you to choose which one you want to travel in. There is an advantage to linear maps. It's a multiplayer. Let's say you start a multiplayer round. Everyone starts on the same level, and then the first one that unlocks a level unlocks it for everyone, and then everyone can just walk there. By the way, that's sorry. That's the reason I put these sort of little pads there that are like safe spots, but they don't clear the level. It's for multiplayer, pretty much. It allows you to beat a level and then wait for everyone else. Because if you're in like this co-op mode, maybe everyone wants to play the level and solve it. So it kind of sucks if the first guy unlocks it right away. But if the first guy wants, he can unlock it, but it can be like good behavior to wait for everyone else. So that's why these little like there's this here, which is not the end, but it's like right there. Yeah, anyway. And eventually I want to have teleportation built right into the game. Oh, I just saw a bug. That was cool. Okay, anyway. Teleportation. In other words, you could have a level like this. Okay. Where maybe there's like a bunch of stuff. Maybe. So these sort of islands, so maybe there's like some sort of pattern here, and then when you reach there, you get teleported like down here. I should code like a teleportation where I could click a button and it would put me where my mouse is, but I'm too lazy. So like do your thing, reach this spot, based on a certain timing, teleport you down there, and then you do this whole thing. Maybe like this. So this could be like a sort of interesting level. With teleportation built right in. Okay. So yeah, having a linear map is nice for multiplayer, because let's say you're playing multiplayer on this, and then you reach this point, and then everyone starts going their own way. Or maybe it's fine. I guess some Westworld feel from this music. This is like Westworld almost. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know how to view my viewer count on YouTube. Okay, so multiplayer in this sort of map. It might just be like the map is solved when all the levels are beaten. So in this sort of map, it makes sense to have multiplayer because everyone can go their own way and then solve it. And then maybe there's a button to center your view on like specific people so you can see what they're doing. Okay, I'm starting to like this idea of branching paths. So instead of like there's branching paths, but with like travel points. And then you don't see the map ending until everything has been solved. So you would see like this sort of branching thing ending only if you've beaten everything, and then on the last one then you do see that. So whatever order you decide to solve this level, you would always see like this sort of one pad, but when you solve everything then you would see the branching path. So like some sort of like level reload. Because there's something nice to this, oh, did I close it? To this complexity. But like without the backtracking pretty much. Dun, 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 dun. Oh man. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So there's nothing against linear maps. So there could be linear maps, but then I can also make it so that there can be other types of maps that go into their own way. And I might just put like a rule where you don't branch back into any other paths. Now, what happens if there's more different choices? So let's say this is like a level, and then let's say there's like something like this. Okay, then maybe this one branches off to the bottom like this. Then maybe it branches up on this side. Then maybe that one like goes down like this, backwards. So there would be like a choice here, choice here, choice here. And let's do one more. Oh. Like this does add like complexity, like the mapping in your brain is kind of interesting when you're gonna be playing this and then moving around. kind of funny because every time I say something, and then I look at the chat and it says like, yeah, I agree. And then it's every time it's like, as if you agree with every new thing I do, but like it's old. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Hey, where are you from? Midnight Jace. And then, okay, so maybe when you're standing here, you see all the paths. But then when you stand here, then the camera rezooms and focuses on that level. So I go here, and then the camera rezooms. Something like that. So when you or maybe it's based on how close you are from, like, only play the level where you're the closest by distance. Or play both, but only play the sound of the one that you're the closest with. That could work. Because I don't want the sound to be confusing. What you hear and what you see. Or play the sound on both, but lower the volume so that it's not as distracting. That could work. So like a sound focus thing where make the volume higher based on how close you are to it. Maybe when you're in the center, you share, the sound shares exactly the same amount of space, but then I reach here, I hear that one. Oops. Oh. Da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-dum. Okay. Yeah, that's actually what I wanted to think about. So you reach the end. Where do you get teleported to? Do you get teleported to the closest big, like, green? And then when you solve this one and this one, then you get teleported not here, but here. And then when you solve both, then instead they go to the start. Or let's say this whole chain is done, then this one like would go back here instead. Or if I've already solved this guy here, then this would go all the way back up there. Maybe instead of a teleport pad, it's a button. You press like a button somewhere on your... and then it teleports you back. Hey, by the way, thanks for everyone that's watching the stream. Sorry, I just lost. I got like a bunch of ideas. I'm like organizing them. Maybe there will be a visual like pad for each one. And then stepping on those, it notifies the game that the whole wing is done. But let's say like you start here and then you go here, and this one is just too hard, and then you press a button and it teleports you back to where you were. But now, since you didn't step on this level would not be solved, so you'd have to solve it again. Okay, I'll be right back. Maybe I should just call it a day for today. This was like a lot of progress, even though I barely coded anything, but I really like this Pentakill album by League of Legends. I am the light. Bring back home in peace. Ooh. Bring down the dark region. How to unleash eternal power. Lead us to the border. Oh, that's over. Is it? They're doing such a good job on the music. Reckoning to bring back hope and peace, restore our glory to live forever. Down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace, restore our glory to live and forever. Bring down the dark regime, know how to unleash eternal power. Lead us to order. I want to do a cover of this song at some point. Practice this sort of voice. Anyway, that's it for today. I think I'll just like I guess I'm just gonna create the menu like tomorrow. So have a good day, everyone. Peace.